Hello, my dear students. I hope you all understood about the carbohydrates in our previous video. Okay, so today we'll start new topic, that is proteins. Okay, so let us know about proteins. Okay, so another class of biomolecules which are essential for living systems are proteins. Proteins are the most abundant biomolecules of the living system. Okay, so the chief sources of proteins are milk, cheese, pulses, fish, meat, peanuts, etc. They are found in every part of body and form a fundamental basis of structure and functions of life. Okay, so these are also required for growth and maintenance of body. The word protein is derived from Greek word. Okay, so Greek, it derived from the Greek word, that is proteus. Okay, this means, that means primary or of prime importance. Okay, so chemically proteins are the polymers in which the monomeric units are the amino acids. Proteins are the polymers in which the monomeric units are the amino acids. Okay, so let's see about the amino acids. So amino acid is a bifunctional organic molecule that contains both a carboxylic group, that is COOH, as well as an amine group, that is NH2. They are further classified according to the position of amine group in relation to carboxylic group into alpha, beta, gamma amino acids. Out of these, alpha amino acids are most important as they are building blocks of bioproteins. They are the building blocks of bioproteins. Okay, so in an amino acid, the amine group is located on the carbon atom adjacent to the carboxylic group. Okay, that is the alpha carbon atom. Now, in the nomenclature of amino acid can be named by the IUPAC system, but they are generally known by their tribal names depending upon the source from which they are obtained or the property of that compound. Okay, now students, so now moving further, classification of amino acids. So amine group is of alkaline natures, nature, while carboxylic group is of acidic nature. Understood? Amine group is a alkaline in nature, and in case of carboxylic group it is acidic in nature. On the basis of numbers of these groups in amino acids, their nature can be decided. Okay, so first is neutral amino acid, second acidic amino acids, third basic amino acids. So in the neutral amino acids, there are NH2 group and means amine group and carboxylic group are equal in number. Okay, for example, aniline. In aniline, there is one amine group and one carboxylic group is present. Okay, now in case of acidic amino acids, there are more, when number of carboxylic group is more than amine group. For example, aspartic acid. In the aspartic acid, there is one amino group and two carboxylic groups are there in the aspartic acid. That's why it is acidic amino acid. Okay, now in case of basic amino acid, when the number of amine group are more than the carboxylic group. Okay, so that type of amino acid we call as basic amino acids. Okay, for example, lysine. In lysine, two amine groups are present and one carboxylic group is present. Okay. Now, neutral, acidic and basic amino acids are given in the following table. Amino acids with mark are essential amino acids. So, now let's see about the essential amino acids. Okay. So, essential amino acids, there are 20 alpha amino acids which are used for protein synthesis, are essential in body. Out of these, 10 amino acids are synthesized by body itself. Rest 10 amino acids which are not synthesized within body are very important to human body. These are called essential amino acids. It is necessary to provide them as a food supplement. Due to lack of these, disease like kwashiorkor occurs. Okay, so due to this disease, water balance of body is disturbed. Okay, by this disease, what happens? Water balance of body is disturbed. Okay, now let's see the properties of amino acids. So in alpha amino acids, basic group, that is NH2 group, amine group and carboxylic group, both are attached with a single molecule which make it internal salt, in which acid group is proton donor and amino group is proton acceptor. Okay. Now in acidic solutions, amino acids act as cation and migrate towards cathode. If the electrodes are dipped in the solution, in alkaline solution, amino acid is in form of anion and migrate towards anode. Okay. So it between these two there is one pH is essentially at which amino acid is in form of deuter ion and does not migrate to any of the electrode. Okay. Now students, the peptide bond is simply another name of amide bond and the product of the reaction is called peptide. Is called dipeptide because it is made up of two amino acids. Why it is called dipeptide? Because it is made up of two amino acids. That's why it is called as dipeptide, because two amides bond are there. Okay. Now what is peptide or peptide bond? So condensation product of amino acids are called peptide. Okay. By the condensation of amino acid, the product which we get, that is called the peptide, and the bond connecting two amino acids are called peptide bond. The bond between the two amino acids which connects the peptide bond, this is called the peptide bond. Okay. Now, if a third amino acid combines to a dipeptide, the product is called tripeptide. Okay. If three amino acids combine to a dipeptide, then the product which we get is called as the tripeptide. Okay. A tripeptide contains three amino acids. Understood? It contains three amino acids linked by two peptide linkage. That is, for example, glycine, alanine, serine condensed to form tripeptide which is named as glycyl anylyl serine. Okay. Now, thus according to the number of amino acids combined, the product may tetrapeptide, pentapeptide or hexapeptide. When the number of such amino acid is more than 10, then the products are called polypeptides. Okay, when the number is more than 10, then the product which we get are called polypeptides. Poly means many. Okay, more than 10. More than 10 or many we can say. That means poly. A polypeptide with more than 100 amino acid means more than 100 amino acid residues having molecular mass. Okay. So, these are the having molecular mass more than 1000. Okay. So, it's called a protein. Now, however, the distinction between a polypeptide and a protein is not very sharp. Polypeptides with fewer amino acids are likely to be called proteins if they ordinarily have a well defined conformation of protein, such as insulin, which contains only S1 amino acids. Okay, now let's see about the classification of proteins. Okay, so classification on the basis of molecular structure. On the basis of molecular structure, proteins are divided into two groups. Okay, that is fibrous, globular, or we can say three, like intermediate proteins are also there. So on the basis of molecular structure, they are divided into two. Okay, like fibrous protein and globular protein. So in fibrous protein, they have thread or fiber like structure in which polypeptide chains run parallel and are held together by hydrogen and disulfide bonds. These proteins are insoluble in water. Okay, and the function of these proteins serve as the chief structural material of animal tissues. Example, keratin protein gives shape to skin, hairs, nails, horns and feathers. Means keratin protein is present in our skin, hair, nails. Okay, and myosin strengthens muscles. Myosin protein helps in the strength of muscles. Okay, now next is globular protein. So they have special shape. They have a spherical shape. Globular protein have spherical shape in which chains of polypeptide coil around these are soluble in water. Okay, now functions of globular protein are protein like insulin and thioglobin act as enzyme and catalyze many biosystems. Okay, now some proteins regulate metabolic processes. Insulin maintains blood sugar level. Some proteins act as antibodies. Some proteins act as antibodies which protect the body from the effect of invading species. Okay, now classification of protein on the basis of hydrolysis. Okay, now proteins when hydrolyzed, okay, they are classified into when they hydrolysis products, these are classified as if proteins on hydrolysis gives only alpha amino acids, it is called simple protein. Okay, example albumin protein in egg. Okay, now oxygen protein in rice, carotene present in hairs. Okay, gluten present in wheat. Now second, conjugated protein. Such protein on hydrolysis give one more molecule along with alpha amino acid which is not amino acid. This non-proteins part or group is called prosthetic group. This group controls the bioprocesses of proteins. Conjugated part or prosthetic group present with conjugated protein. Okay, like conjugated protein we have like nucleoprotein. Okay, nucleoprotein and prosthetic group nucleic acid, glycoprotein, and in prosthetic group like sugars, lipids, phosphoric acid, some colored substance, some metals, and in conjugated protein like lipoprotein, phosphoprotein, chromoprotein, metallic protein. Okay, these are the conjugated proteins. Okay, now third is derived proteins. So they are the products of partial hydrolysis of simple or conjugated proteins. For example, proteases, peptones, polypeptides, etc. Okay, protein gives protease, peptone, polypeptide. Okay, now structure of protein. So structure of protein is divided into four levels: primary structure, secondary structure, tertiary, and tertiary, quaternary. Now in primary structure of protein, protein may have one or more polypeptide chains. Each polypeptide of protein has amino acids linked with each other in a specific sequence. This sequence of amino acids is said to be primary structure of that protein. Thus the sequence in which the amino acids are linked in R or more polypeptide chains of a protein is called the primary structure of proteins. Okay, for example, in hemoglobin, 574 amino acid units are connected in a specific order. Its order, in specific order. Okay, now secondary structure of protein, in that the secondary structure gives the manner in which the polypeptide chain are folded or arranged. Therefore, it gives the shape or conformation of the protein molecule. Okay, and in this alpha helix structure and beta sheet structure are there. So this structure is formed when the chain of the alpha amino acid coils as a right handed screw because of the formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding between the amide group of the same peptide chain. Okay, now in beta sheet structure, a different type of secondary structure is possible when polypeptide chains are arranged side by side in a zigzag manner with alternate R groups on the same side. The chains are held together by a very large number of hydrogen bonds between CO and NH of different chains. Okay, like carbon and oxygen, in between carbon and oxygen. Okay, now in tertiary structure of proteins, the tertiary structure of proteins refers to the definite geometric pattern in which the entire protein molecule fold up in the three-dimensional space to produce a specific shape. Further folding, twisting, and bending of secondary structure is called the tertiary structure of proteins. Okay, now in that the tertiary structure of protein is controlled by several different kinds of interactions that serve to hold the folded segments of the chain in place. These interactions may be any of the given below, like ionic bridge or salt bridge, hydrogen bond, hydrophobic or water hating bonds, disulfide bond, or van der Waals interactions. Okay, so these, now last we have the quaternary structure of protein. So in this, although many proteins exist as a simple polypeptide chain, but some of the proteins are composed of two or more polypeptide chains are called subunits. The special arrangements of these subunits with respect to each other is known as quaternary proteins or structure. Okay, now let's see the functions of protein. In membrane protein in the form of chief structural sub-constituent of cell membrane. Enzyme, generally all enzymes are protein. Remember, generally all the enzymes are protein which are produced in different parts of the biological process. Hormone. Okay, now some proteins act as hormone like insulin. Okay, insulin is a hormone, not an enzyme. Understood? Now blood protein. So in form of plasma protein and hemoglobin. Okay, like albumin, it is synthesized in liver. Where it is synthesized? In liver, and responsible to carry bilirubin. Okay, now alpha chymotrypsin. So it prevents proteolytic action of trypsin for digestion. Okay, now beta globulin. It is used for transportation of iron in plasma. Okay, So students, that's all for today. In our next video, we'll discuss about the denaturation of protein and also we will discuss about the enzymes. Okay, thank you.